today. From M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland, it's week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Houston Oilers.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland and M&T Bank Stadium. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with their opponents. With my good friend Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we have arrived at another new season. Had a little more pep in my step this morning. I know you did as well. Here we go.
Yeah, when you went out for your 5-mile jog, you were flying. You did it in record time because you were psyched up about this game. But let's be frank about it. No more radio shows, no more podcasts, no more just predicting what's going to happen. Now we get to see it on the field.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. Commanding the offense will be the 7th overall pick of the 2018 draft. It's Josh Allen.
And in this league, there are many quarterbacks who have their most success running the ball, while there are others who have big arms. There aren't too many guys who can do both. And at the end of many games, this guy leads his team not just in passing, but in rushing as well.
On first down, Allen. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Here's Allen. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. On the slant, he's got Davis. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Allen now on first down. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. So here come the Ravens now, ready to get the football for the first time. And a glance at the man under center at 6'5". He always demands attention.
And what's a quarterback's best friend?
Balance?
I think you're right. I agree with you. You know, a lot of guys would say great receiver, right? A terrific offensive line. But I agree with you, balance, because if you can run the ball effectively, that just opens things up for guys who want to throw it. It gives you easier passing lanes and easier coverages to read.
And they said balance will be a focus in this one.
Yeah, they don't want it all just heaped on his shoulders, I don't believe. I think they want to make sure they take some of the pressure off.
Now whistles here, and we've got a man down. Man down on the field. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter 1 of the new year. We'll be back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now a handoff here to his running back. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Rhodes. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
A nice completion there for the first down. And Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week one. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game has his team right at the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day one.
They'll look to throw here on first down. That's caught right side by Anderson. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
Pushing through the cut, and he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens are on the board here first in the season opener. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards.
Taking it about the 1. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
On 2nd and 9, Allen. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. On first down, Brown. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. They give it to Brown. And he'll get down to about the 26-yard line. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter 1 of the new year. We'll be back. On play action, Allen. Touchdown! It's complete.
Gabriel Davis,
26 yards.
And the Oilers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
As a former defender, I would be angry as well. Could not get off the field. Well-executed offensive drive. No matter what the defense tried, they couldn't stop them.
Extra point attempt here still to come. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So that a 7-play, 80-yard drive. And the result, a Houston touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season, and they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10.
And they'll run the option to start the drive.
And this one goes nowhere, losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. These two teams all tied after one. And to give this time to the tailback. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation. Back to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Rhodes. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is taken around the 12. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And he's got his big tight end here. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Allen now looks to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And he'll give it here to his running back. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Looking to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Rhodes. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. A nice throw right there, and these fans getting their first look at their QB1 of the future. And I'd imagine it's got to be a big plus for him to get his first start here in front of that home crowd.
I know there's a school of thought.
There he goes, left side, 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. 77 yards, and the Ravens have taken the lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Taken in at the 3. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say that great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
I was going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
And bringing it in, it's Davis. Touchdown!
Gabriel Davis.
Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Oilers are in.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Second down and inches. He's got Anderson right side. 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big play there on the catch and run. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll look to throw again. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Rhodes.
Another completion there. And, you think about the draft back in the spring. He was selected, obviously, the #1 overall pick. There's great money with that, but, Charles, I would think maybe an extra burden, too, or is that not that big of a deal at all?
It actually is in the beginning of his career an added burden, but it's one of those things that if you play well, it becomes something that justifies why you were taken.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the defense will get their hands on it. Going the other way. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. So this defense clicking early in the year. Week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
Here's Bass now for the extra point.
It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure that his team sees him as confident. Continue to try and up his game, but just let him know, hey, if I'm
can't get away, and he's taken down. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They'll set up to throw. He's going to float this over the middle, deep.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid. The reason that they draft.
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Gabriel Davis on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Oilers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead now up to 14. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this one is incomplete. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season, so let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll start over in Tampa, an NFC South matchup between Atlanta and Tampa Bay, and that one finds the Falcons out in front. The Falcons looking to get off to a hot start, and a road win would help them do just that. From there, we head up to our nation's capital to check on the football team at home at FedEx Field. And they trail the visiting Green Bay Packers as that one's gone to halftime. 3 touchdown passes there for Jordan Love. Finally, let's get right to the center of the U.S. map and check in on the Chiefs at home in Kansas City. And you can see they trail in that matchup against the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Steelers locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. In the game you're watching, it was Josh Allen who was on target in that first half. His 3 touchdown passes have his guys out in front as we hand things back over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
The Raven offense set to start this third quarter, and they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. He'll drop to throw. In trouble, and he's taken down. And Oliver picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
And now they're just looking to add to that total. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Now Allen. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. To throw, it's Allen. Buying time to his left. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Brown. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. Now from the 7, here's second and goal.
And Allen going to be intercepted for the third time. Able to get there and pick it. And the Ravens are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Well, this has been a bit of a tough game to figure out when it comes to him throwing the football. He's got the 3 touchdown passes, but now, Charles, this is a third interception.
And those aren't really numbers that you'd like to see balance out. In a normal ledger sheet, if you can balance everything, you feel good about your day. But as a quarterback, you need your ratio to be more like 3 touchdown passes to 1 interception.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25. Now back to throw. And that is incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. That's taken on the 25. The field flipper there, a 47-yard punt coupled with a loss on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game, and I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Throwing on first down is Allen. Davis, nice grab. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll run on first down. Brown, and a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Touchdown! That's caught. Gabriel Davis. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Oilers are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll drop to throw. And his throw is incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So that a nice throw, but it hasn't really turned out to be the grand debut that many had hoped for. His team's down double digits. So what have you seen, CD?
About what I expected, really, because for a youngster making his first start in the NFL, I kind of expected to see these things. A few bumps along the way, maybe not the plays you expect to see or want to see. But remember, he's not going to the Hall of Fame off this first start. It's going to be an accumulation of games before we have a fully accurate reading.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Rhodes. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Back to throw again. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. They're going to look to throw. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big connection on that one. 30 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll go option to the short side. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. 2nd and 2. And this is caught. Touchdown. Wait, hold a second here. Flag down. Let's see if this will stand. Personal foul. Roughing the passer for defense. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
extra point attempt to come here. And the lead will be cut down to 14. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. Well, the Ravens say they have it. They do have it. Well, that certainly makes things more interesting. You get the score, then you get the onside kick. A little uphill battle still, but a start.
It's not mission accomplished, but the plan is working. They're in a great spot right now, and the best part, they put the defense right back out on the field after having already scored.
Yeah, they've got the momentum here now. The Ravens moving quickly here as the clock runs. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. First down now, but that clock rolling. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Sideline throw. It's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. 2nd and 5. And that'll be incomplete.
The nice thing is that you've still got all your timeouts, so the middle of the field, that should still be an option, especially if you see the defenders pinching the sideline. You can run a little seam route right here and pick up some nice yardage.
He'll look to throw. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. They'll look to throw. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. One last shot at the end zone. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Good positioning, and it's picked off. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for our visitors, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm